My name's Charlotte Whitelaw and I'm a Project Director at RPS. My family were all involved in construction. They all still are involved in construction of various types. So I grew up on building sites. I learnt how to walk on a 2x4 plank of timber before I learnt to go on monkey bars or swings. So when I started at university, I started studying psychology. And after 3 years of studying psych at Curtin University, I realised that that was not what I wanted to do and moved across to what my passion had always been, which was architecture. I worked as a project lead, as an architect for quite a long time, and as a project manager who understands design, I'm able to facilitate design and support designers and support clients' design aspirations. So I see it more as a continuation rather than a transition. We'll often be dealing with clients who've been dreaming of a project or working towards funding for a project for decades. And sometimes they're very personal. So we always need to approach the groups that we work with in a sensitive manner. The background that I had in studying psychology and the health side of things does feed into what I do on a day-to-day basis as a project manager. What separates a good project manager from a bad project manager? I have had insight into this. Really bad suits. No, I think a lot of project managers think that their role is just to lead a project and to drive a project. And I think good project management is less about ego and more about understanding that you're just there to facilitate others and work with them to get the best outcome. So it's less about yourself, more about the team. We're coordinators, we're facilitators, we're managers, and I think if you approach it in that way and take your own ego out of it, you'll end up with better results. My experience as a woman in construction, I think, has been a pretty good experience, but I think that's come from my specific background. So growing up on building sites, being around family on site, that allowed me to be comfortable in that environment. Looking back, it probably was quite a lonely journey as a woman. Through my 20s, administering contracts on site, I saw no other women at meetings. I saw no other female engineers. I saw no one on site. It is really encouraging now to be going onto sites where I'm seeing machine operators who are women, or electricians or plumbers. Maybe there might be a female engineer here or there on the projects. I think women are very good at managing relationships, and contracts are fundamentally about relationships and managing relationships. So I think women need to be in the construction industry, and it's really positive to see attitudes changing. So I'm really excited about that. The Aboriginal Cultural and Visitor Centre is a project for the City of Cockburn. As part of their Reconciliation Action Plan, came up with this major action around a centre for nurturing culture and identity, for telling stories, for bringing in the public, but for giving a safe place as well for knowledge sharing. It's a real action towards reconciliation. It has real meaning, and I think it's amazing that our client is putting the funds behind that. It really has been a lovely thing working with the Aboriginal Advisory Group in the area that I spend time, that I live, that my child grows up in. That just makes it really special personally for me. So I think that's why it's so meaningful for me.